Welcome back to the Huddle YouTube channel. I'm your host, Owen, and today we're going to be going over my day one draft grades. However, instead of making one long extended video where you're going to have to sit there and sift through each team and try to find where your team is talked about so you can watch about 5 minutes of a 40-minute video, I'm going to make individual videos for each team that picked in the first round. Now, if you were a team that had multiple picks, I'm going to talk about you guys in one video together with all your picks in there. If you just have one pick, it's going to be a shorter one. I'm just going to give my thoughts on your guys' pick and what you should be doing going forward with the draft. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. We have the Indianapolis Colts here at 4, taking Anthony Richardson. And I was never the biggest Anthony Richardson fan. I understand he's a freaking uber athlete, the most talented single quarterback to ever come out of the draft class into the NFL. I think that's undeniable. And that's coming from a Josh Allen fan, a Bills fan, more talented than Josh Allen who's coming out, more talented than, we saw Trey Lance as being this kind of hybrid of mobility and arm strength, more talented than that. He kind of has a lot of parallels to Trey Lance in the fact that they both didn't play much in college. However, Richardson played at Florida, and it looked even more dominant against SEC competition than Lance against when he played at North Dakota State. I forget what the division is. It's just drawing a blank. Regardless, FBS football. So I think Richardson is going to be potentially a great football player if you can develop him right. And I do really like what the broadcast said last night on the draft was that they should really start Will Anderson day one. That was always my concern with him going to the Colts. I felt like the Shane Steichen fit was always going to be good for Richardson, and that's why I had them going Richardson over Will Levis when it comes to who they pick at 4. Because I think Steichen really likes those mobile quarterbacks who have stronger arms. He was just working with Jalen Hurts. He was able to get the best out of Jalen Hurts, so I feel like that's going to be something he wanted to take and try to mold onto his new team. And now that they're going to have him with Jonathan Taylor in the read option game, it's going to be absolutely disgusting. So I understand why they went this pick, and I like what the commentary said. I was kind of worried about Gardner Minshew being your starting quarterback in the year of our Lord 2023, but Richardson only has 13 games started under his belt. You right now think he's too raw. That's correct. But you look at your division right now with the Texans making strides to be better. The Jags are already making the divisional round, and the Titans still kind of holding on to the last vestiges of team that was good. They're slowly falling back to earth, but they were the number 1 seed 2 years ago, so they're not totally down and out yet. So this year is probably not your year when it comes to the division, and this pick is fine. And if you start Anthony Richardson this year, you're saying that same thing. It's like, okay, this year we're going to draft this guy and have him start from day one, get more playing time under his belt because that's what he needs. He only had 13 starts in college. The more playing time he has, the better he will become. Trial by fire. The Josh Allen method. They put him in week 2 or week 3 because Nathan Peterman was so god-awful. So they just let him go out there and then learn on the fly. And you know what? Richardson might be able to do that because he's such a good athlete. He might even do better than a guy like Allen did. Just because he'll be able to make more plays with his legs more consistently. And, I think Steichen is probably a better fit than what they had Allen being called with because he didn't have Brian Dable's first year and all that stuff. So I think this is a better position for Richardson than his probably next closest comp because there's no one really you can really comp him to besides what the process Allen went through. So I think Richardson's going to be good. Maybe not year one, but I think this is also a pick for Chris Ballard to be like, okay, I'm on the hot seat. You have to give me 2 years now. We know this guy's probably 2 years away from being the quarterback we think he can be. You're not going to fire me. So we're expecting him to be bad this year. You can't look at him and be like, oh, you picked a bad quarterback because he was bad his rookie year. You're fired. No. We are coming into this anticipating him not being a great quarterback this year. Give me until the end of year 2 with him and see if he's good. If he's still bad, then yeah, I'll take the bullet. But I think he just bought himself another offseason as the Colts GM, and then the offseason next to that is going to be the real testament moment for both him and Richardson. So I really like the fit for him here with the Colts coaching staff, with Jonathan Taylor in that strong running game, with a strong offensive line, and I also like it for Chris Ballard as the GM. So really excited about this, and let's just see him go out there and ball.